Hello, it's the Spellbinder. I'm starting to watch the series, the first episode of Amerika with a K. And this is what's going down right now amongst them. Disregard the Soviet took over America and all that bullhawk in this series. Say it's the New World Order. Say it's the UN. Say it's the corporate agency that's taken over America. This is what's happening right now, and its fulfillment. Even though at this point in the movie, which is 56 minutes in the first episode and 44 seconds, they are telling you this is how we're going to split up the world here. This is how we're going to make America part of our ultimate control grid. See, if they bring down America first, it's all over with. Do you understand? We are the last stand on the planet. I don't know how I can explain this better. That we're the last stand by these New World Orderists, these elitists that are going to bring this down. And they're using the Soviet in this particular movie to bring us down. And it's not really them. They're puppets, if nothing else. I am just boggled by watching this for the first time. I've never watched this show. I missed it the first time. I finally found a place where I could download it and watch the entire series of Amerika. And this is how it's going down. It's really, if you watch this years later from 1997 when it was first put out, according to the log on this film, we are going into that right now. You're going to lose everything. You're going to be controlled, manipulated, destroyed. You're going to be reprogrammed. Your children are going to be indoctrinated. This is what's coming. I'm telling you right now, this is just a scenario that they made into a TV series. This is going to happen now. But they're betting on you not to remember the show back then. Amerika. This is how it goes down. My God, people. Wake up. Smell the fascism. Smell the control of these new elitists who are out there. These are people who have been told over a period of time from the creators and educated into this. This is how things must be. Because we dreamed this. And now we want it to come to America. See, once they bring America down, it's all over with. You might as well hang it up. There's nowhere in the world you can go. There's nowhere on the planet that you will not be controlled by these control freaks. These people are control freaks. Their ideology is controlling. The few control the many. That's billions. And they will kill you and put you in your grave. Man, I can't express what these few people are doing with the money and the power that they've got today to do this to you. I'm getting ready to show you something from the first episode, the first 2 hours and 34-minute episode of what their dream is. This is the dream of these elitists. And these are families. They're not really people who are brought up and educated to do this. These are families. These are families that have a background to thousands of years back in their history. They can trace themselves back and find that they control it all because of the Anunnaki. I will have to remind you that yes, we may have been genetically engineered. We may have been made to perform a function at that time, and they left these rulers who are a little bit more performing in charge. And their families call themselves the Blue Blood, for one, the Black Nobles as the other. And these are Europeans. And they may have left bits of that in other countries, China, Asia, other places where these certain families were right next to these guys that came from another planet that orbits our world. I have to say this. They orbit our star. They are a red dwarf planetary system that orbits our star every 3,600 years. I can prove this if you want me to. I can come up with more video on that. That we are a binary star system. We have a binary star which has another star system with more advanced people that came before us. And they genetically engineered the species on this planet to be what we see today. Even us. That we're part of them. I don't know how to say it except read Stitchin. Just read Stitchin's works. All of his books. It's written down. The history's there. All you have to do is go and research it. And you'll find that these people came here a long time ago. I'm just wondering when they come back again, they won't eliminate all these elitists that are in charge now, trying to be control freaks. Because that was over 2,500 years ago, the last time they were here, and maybe they have advanced even further than what's happening today in our society. We're kind of catcher-uppers. I mean, truly, I do not lie to you. Just read Stitchin's work, The 12th Planet. Go through to the last one, the End of Days, and it will explain to you we have been controlled from a long period ago, and these are really our gods. Here we go with this part.
My general. Andrei Denisovich, it's wonderful to see you.
But to better. Now I'm told we are not to speak English here.
Yes, absolutely correct. My orders. It makes it easier for our low-level spies to follow the conversation. Все областные советники, командующие зоны космических действий Южной Флориды и советники по 3 международным городам.
And the women?
Подарок от председателя Party Girls. Он думает, что вам понравились несколько хорошеньких русских девушек. Компанию.
For information, he gets careless with pillow talk.
We can all be proud. The men in this room have accomplished something unprecedented in the history of the world. But for ourselves and a handful of colleagues, who knows? Nuclear holocaust, internal rebellion. We have bought time, and now we must finish the job. There's continued unrest in the Soviet Union. The relief which we assume would permit our people greater opportunity and affluence seems less than wholly successful. There's an increase in inflation malingering in the workplace. American laborers and technicians sent to the factories have helped somewhat, but they are recalcitrant and retain their essentially anti-socialist attitudes. The bureaucracy is becoming more befuddled. Marginally capable managers suddenly given greater responsibilities. In short, the problems of 10 years ago have not disappeared, but become more complex, more dangerous. Secondly, there's increasing unrest throughout the United States. You are all aware of the Alaska problem. Alaska was never pacified, and it is costing us 10 divisions plus an unwarranted amount of air power to control it. The terrain is very conducive to resistance, and the people have become fierce fighters. The lights indicate reported resistance. Fortunately, it is totally disorganized and frequently no more than banditry, but we have seen an increase in the number and boldness of the incidents. The Central Committee is demanding that America be neutralized immediately.
Sir, this is a country which has no army. There is no communication between the areas. The people have become self-absorbed and dispirited.
Our leaders in the Kremlin are still afraid of ghosts. American ghosts, which they believe rise up to haunt them. Our timetable needs to be accelerated. We must act before Americans begin to understand they have options. None of us anymore believe Americans will resist to the death, but there are other options. They could simply refuse to cooperate. They could unify in spirit. Now is the time for the next step. We are going to break up the United States of America into separate countries based on the present areas and join them into a new North American community.
How?
That's what you're here for.
The President and Congress determined the necessity for a decentralized government in which separate parts of the country could more effectively deal.
See, they show 12 unions, but yet it's actually 10. This is a deception.
With their unique problems and issues. Each area is governed by a supervising board made up of the governors of the states comprising the areas. Individual state legislatures continue to make laws for individual states. The American Unity Party supplies advisory groups both to each administrative area as well as an advisory group for the national government. When you return to your homes, you are invited to join in building a new America. No longer will you be victimized by the rich and powerful. No longer a victim of a system which breeds success at the expense of your fellow man. You are invited to join a people no longer about to plunge the world into a nuclear death. When you return to your homes, you are invited to join in building a new America. No longer will you be victimized by the rich and powerful. No longer a victim of a system which breeds success at the expense of your fellow man. You are invited to join a people no longer about to plunge the world into a nuclear death. When you return to your homes, you are invited to join in building a new America. No longer will you be victimized by the rich and powerful. No longer a victim of a system which breeds success at the expense of your fellow man. You are invited to join a people no longer about to plunge.
I would suggest you to go into the New World Order and investigate this. This is what's coming down the pike. If you don't understand it, then I can't help you. Good day and goodbye by a spellbinder.